Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky.
Good morning!
Woo! Good morning! We just got the mail, and this is our special outfit that we were planning on wearing to our keynote speech that we're doing in Wisconsin.
It's just not going to work for me.
When I opened it up, this is crazy. I've already folded it, but it looks a little out there. I would say
It's so rough. You can actually feel.
It looks nothing like the picture that we ordered. It's nothing. Like, this is not the material.
No, it's not the fabric. It's not the color.
This is the dress. This is actually Jason's suit that was supposed to match, but it
matches.
This is like a homemade. Look at these pants.
It matches.
I'm telling you, this looks nothing
so what
like
we're looking
what we ordered.
What
Nothing.
we're looking at, it looks like, what did the Fox say meets Tetris meets DOS 1982.
What did the fox say? At any rate, we're not going to wear these. I'm not sure. Did that just make you spit out your coffee?
I have coffee in my sinuses.
I reached out to the company and I said, would it be possible to return these? And they said, these are custom made just for you. And I said, custom made? This is not what we ordered. This is not the material we ordered.
This is not the custom that we're accustomed to.
This is nothing. Like what? Oh no, I guess I held up your jacket first. I thought that I held up my dress. This is my dress. At any rate, it's
which three of you could get into,
right? No, look at this dress. It is seriously. I'm gonna just show it to you. We are gonna go there. I was like, you're not interested. Now I know that I'm interested. I mean, this dress is like gargantuan, and it goes on forever and ever and ever and ever. Amen, amen, amen. But it literally goes like
a Randy Travis
forever
song.
and ever and ever and ever. And look at me. I'm like there's a trail of this dress that if I wore it, I would have to roll over it 5 times in my wheelchair just to get present.
The good news is if we do get trapped in a blizzard on the way up there, if we took it, we could warm up by just swaddling ourselves in this material.
So that's the dress that we are now. I'm going to have to make some sort of wheel cover out of it. These are the lovely pants that supposedly Jason was going to wear.
Well, that explains the cost, that it's custom made.
Yeah. I mean, they look like pajama pants is what they look like.
But they don't have
these don't even look like dress pants.
And they're not comfortable.
And they're made of cotton. Like, this is cotton.
Is that cotton or is it canvas?
I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't know my materials. You know how David Letterman used to have a game called Know Your Meats? We should have a game called Know Your Materials. And then this is the funky jacket. And it just is like really, really out there. Now, the theme of the dance is Love My Cheese. So maybe we would fit in perfectly.
Well, that's definitely got some cheese. That cheese has been sitting for a while in the sun.
It's a little stinky. That's what that cheese is.
In the back corner of the car.
Lori Robb is laughing. She is laughing her tail off, which is why I love you guys. And that's the topic of today. Hello, Marie. Sounds like they sent you someone else's order.
It really does.
It really does.
I mean, when we open it up, we're like, this is absolutely nothing like
what we ordered.
Now,
we did order matching. They had a matching component to them.
Well, you've seen my jackets. I wear like kind of crazy loud jackets.
Yeah, it was not what.
These are not the colors.
Sheila is on her back laughing. That's funny. And Kimberly's like, Happy Wednesday. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we are asking this morning, who is your spark team?
Yeah, who's on your spark team?
Woo! Spirit figures. We I feel that we've been very intentional about building our groups. I know that sounds crazy, but we've been very selective with our friends. That sounds elitist, doesn't it? But here's the thing is we have really stopped and decided, you know what, I'm going to be really, really aware of who I surround myself with. And when I'm around those people, how do they make me feel? How do they make me feel? For example, I see Mindy on here. I met Mindy 2 weeks ago. She came to one of our Friday meetups. I love being around Mindy. Mindy is my people. Mindy is my people because Mindy made me feel warm, real. She made me feel fun.
Safe.
We laughed, safe. She made me feel like I could share and I felt like I could be vulnerable and I could just be quirky and authentic. And I came away feeling like I had energy. When I leave people and I feel like I am getting energy, that's the distinction.
Yeah, there's one big thing. If you have to feel like you have to put energy into being someone that you're not, that's going to take energy away from being who you are. So recognize the people that force you into spending a lot of energy being someone that you're not.
Oh, that's so good.
So your Spark team should be people that lift you up, that
support your dreams,
that teach you, that give you energy,
but also give you space.
That give you space. Also that
compassion.
Sometimes stretch you so that they're gonna. If you're just wallowing,
we expect a lot from our Spark team.
They're going to say, "Hey, are you wallowing? I'll give you," or wallowing.
Did you just say wallowing?
I said wallowing.
We all heard it. I thought about letting it go, but then I was like, no. One of you is going to put it in the comments. See, I know this.
Jenna's on my Spark team. She doesn't let the wallowing go. That's old Quincy talk.
He almost didn't say Spark team there.
But if you're going to wallow, like, feel the feeling.
Yeah.
Be aware of it. What's it telling you? All right, now let's stretch ourselves and let's be back to who you're supposed to be, like who you're going to be.
Let's laugh a little bit.
Yeah, have fun. So we get one go around the sun. Don't waste it on the people that are stepping on your head, pushing you into the dirt, taking your energy and using it for themselves.
Because at some point, after we feel the feeling, we have to decide to let it go, and we have to consciously choose.
Transmute it.
Yes, we have to transmute that energy and say, you know what? I choose to live in these higher vibrations. I want to live in hope, peace, love, kindness, joy.
Abundance.
Yes, I want to live in those frequencies. And really, I think the way to get there is through gratitude.
Yeah, and if you want to be in someone's sphere or their Spark team, how can you add that? Add one of those qualities to those people in your own authenticity. So how can you how can you lift them up and be true? How can you teach them something? How can you learn from them? How can you give them someone to teach? You know, there's so many ways to incorporate yourself into a community.
Actually, that's so interesting that you said that, because I think sometimes the more authentic and real that I am, it gives people permission to show up and be themselves. And the more accepting I am of even myself, the more I even just love myself, the more I feel like people have permission to show up and love themselves.
And love you. It's because the energy in the room now is love.
Yes.
So because the walls aren't built up and the energy is not focused on being something that you're not.
Yeah. Jason, that's such a good point. Last night we were talking about, so we had life group last night. And last night we were talking, we're in this church and it's, you don't, every now and then I know that I have had the thought sometimes like, oh, I don't want to say the wrong thing in church because, sometimes every now and then here at coffee, a wrong word will slip out.
I was talking to the pastor last night and I was like, I got to ask you a question because sometimes I say X and I want to make sure that when I get to heaven or when I get to the gates, they're not like, hey, you've said this over and over and over again. No. That was a no-no.
You asked that last night?
Yeah, I just wanted clarification to make sure.
Really? Because I almost told the pastor that he had a floppy handshake. Would that have been
I'm glad
rude?
you said handshake. I think.
What did you think I was going to say?
He probably thinks you're Little Miss Dainty Delicate over here.
No, I'm not. But he kind of gave me a floppy handshake, and I wanted to say, come on.
Put that fish back in the bucket. And
come on.
Let's
go here. Let's go.
Pastor. I hope he's not watching.
But that's not being a Spark Team member. Or is it? Is it? Maybe it is. By calling him out a little bit. I would be doing him a favor, right? I'm sure he shakes hands with a lot of different people.
And a lot of women.
And I'm sure I'm not the first person to think that. I probably would be doing him a favor if I said, you know what, Pastor?
I'll schedule a meeting for you.
I've already tried to schedule 2 meetings. I'm
going to say this could be career ending if you don't have this meeting.
I am going to, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to schedule a meeting.
What if the gatekeeper at the pearly gates is a woman in a wheelchair and he gets up there and he's like, I'm so glad to finally get here, and gives her the floppy hand.
Okay, well, today we're talking about who's on your Spark Team. So I just want to throw this out there. Pay attention to how people make you feel. Now, we're not going to remember to pay attention because when I say pay attention, we never remember.
Pay attention.
But if I say remember to remember.
Oh, there you go.
To pay attention. For some reason, if I say remember to remember, whenever we're in the car, I'm like, what was I supposed to remember?
Yeah,
I'm supposed to remember something. And it almost like takes you two layers out of your present thing so that you remember it. You become the observer of your life. I'm sorry.
Have you noticed that in the 800 times that we've shown up, I've never done this to Jana except for today?
Because I would bite it. I would bite that floppy hand.
It's my acting has given me much stage presence.
Oh my goodness.
If you're here with us and you're on our Star Team, our Spark Team.
I like Star Team too. Our lucky stars. Are you a lucky star?
I feel like there's some songs about that.
We're trying to figure out what we want to call our team, our community, our team. So whether it's Spark Team,
I like Spark Team,
Lucky Stars,
because it only takes a spark to get a fire going.
It but also Lucky Stars. A spark.
You threw an extra syllable in there. That's like what was the word? Waller.
He's not being very sparky this morning, I don't think. Okay, well,
get a fire going.
No, it's not a slow song.
It is a slow song.
It is?
It's a campfire song.
It is?
It's a very kumbaya.
Okay, I think we're thinking of different songs, to be honest with you. Okay, so my challenge to all of us today is remember to be present and to think about how people make you feel. How do people make you feel? Now, if they drain you, if you leave them and they have taken energy from you, then I would spend less time with them. And you don't have to make a big deal about it. You don't have to say, you know what? I've realized that when I'm with you, my batteries go down. You know, it's like, those little battery chargers. Mm-hmm. You can kind of use that as your barometer. And just notice when you're around certain people, if your energy goes up or your energy goes down. And here's the thing. Your soul is trying to tell you who you need to be around. Your spirit is talking to you. Your spirit your body is always talking to you. We just need to learn to tune in and listen to this connection. And our energy is one of those indicators.
And how are you making other people feel?
Oh, and that's the other part of it too, because communication goes both ways.
Because if you're wanting to be on someone else's Spark Team, you got to make sure you're showing up. Jana always says, we're responsible with the energy we show up with. So recognize the energy you show up with, recognize the energy you leave with. Because if you can't maintain your energy and grow your energy while you're in that team, then it's not a mutually beneficial team. I'm glad that wasn't full. But go get them, Sparky.
Woo! I love you guys. Thank you for being here. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Hit some
button or put a comment to let us know you've been here this morning.
All right. Bye, guys. If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.